Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Transfer Roundup, and yeah, 3 thumbs up from 2 players here. We've got potentially, I should definitely say, potentially the deal being announced of Ceballos today, signing for Arsenal on loan, and we have FEKIR on the right. Yes, that's FEKIR. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. Let's start with Ceballos because I'm pretty sure as this video comes out, this will be official. As well as another deal that we'll talk about regarding Arsenal, which should be made official probably around the same time, apparently. So, from what I can tell, we have managed to agree a deal with Ceballos to take him on loan for this season. However, with no option to buy, which, when you think about it, isn't always the worst thing because technically everyone's available to buy, right? I mean, if we offer the right money and they're tempted, they'll do it. But it's not included in the deal as a pre-agreed price. There's no option to buy at 45 million at the end of the season, whether he plays well or plays badly. It's just going to be one of those things where he either is absolutely insane for us this season and we really, really want to hold on to him, but we can't because Madrid see how good he's been and want to keep him, or he might be not so good this season, but we still see some potential there and maybe want to sign him anyway. Maybe Real Madrid have signed Pogba or someone that replaces him, kind of. It wouldn't be a like-for-like replacement, of course, but Ceballos is definitely on the fringe of that Madrid side. And I really feel like, and he has said it himself, if he does play for a team like an Arsenal for 40 games or more in a season, we'll really see how good he is. So apparently that's what has sealed the deal. Apparently Tottenham were very interested, but yeah, he's kind of chosen Arsenal. He wants to play 40 plus games, and look, I'm not going to lie, I know there's Tottenham fans watching this. We all know that he probably was interested in Tottenham. Maybe not as much as Arsenal because of the history or whatever, but it's more because we can offer him the 40 plus games that he's looking for in one season, where maybe Tottenham couldn't offer that. So I get it. I think it makes sense for him to come to Arsenal over Tottenham. He is pretty much guaranteed to start for us, especially having let Ramsey go to Juventus. So I'm super excited by this. It isn't technically official yet, but trust me, it will be made official. Everyone is talking about it right now. Ceballos is going to be an Arsenal player. Where is he going to play? Cam? Centre mid? We will find out. Let's talk about FEKIR next, because this... What happened? I don't get this at all. Literally 6 months ago, 12 months ago even, we were talking about FEKIR moving to a big club in England, potentially Liverpool. Apparently the deal was so close, but he failed a medical, something like that. There was a recurring injury in one of his legs, and I think that's probably what made the deal fall through. Fast forward 6 months, you're looking at him going to Betis for less than half the price we were looking at seeing him move to Liverpool for. 50 million was the price beforehand. It's now 18 million. I think it's 24 million euros, something like that. I mean, this is insane. Clearly, there is something going on behind the scenes with FEKIR. We've all seen a dip in his form. There's no doubt about it. His last season at Lyon wasn't as good as it maybe could have been. And clearly there is a recurring injury problem, something on that medical record, something when he has that medical is coming up and putting teams off, because I think Betis have maybe taken a bit of a risk here. But I think it's a calculated risk because the next thing we're going to talk about is one of their best players leaving. So FEKIR is officially a Real Betis player. He's not coming to the Premier League. And for 18 million, would you have taken a gamble? If you support one of the big teams in England, would you have taken a gamble for 18 mil? I definitely would have. I think FEKIR, even if he does have a couple of injury problems, for 18 million, you're picking up a very good player, a game changer type of player. This is madness. So with FEKIR joining Real Betis, I think this means now that we can confirm pretty much that CELSO is leaving, and it looks like the likely destination will be Tottenham. I mean, just imagine that pivot in the middle, and Ndombele and CELSO. Oh my god. He is a fantastic player. I don't know why PSG let him go to Real Betis. It seems like one of the worst decisions they've made in a long time, and PSG have made some bad decisions, that's for sure, but CELSO does seem to be a very intelligent, creative player, and I think Tottenham are lacking a left-footed centre midfielder that can get forward. He's great at getting forward and scoring goals. He's also very good at helping the defence out, a true box-to-box, but maybe more of an advanced role. I really like CELSO, and I think next to Ndombele, behind Eriksen, Dele Alli, whoever it may be, could be one of the best midfields in Europe, let alone in the Premier League. Now, reports are it's going to be upwards of 50 to 60 million pounds to get CELSO. So he's not cheap. Combining that with Ndombele, you're looking at 120 million combined. It's a lot of money, but Tottenham clearly have the money, despite having a new stadium built. Yeah, I wish we could have done that a couple of years ago. But this is honestly a very intriguing move. I will be very, very, very jealous if they make it happen. I'm already gutted that Ndombele's chosen Tottenham. I mean, Jesus. But CELSO could very well be next. Now let's talk about Ajax, because of course, finally, we found out that De Ligt had made a decision. Finally, he's going to Juventus. So they've lost their main centre-back. They've now gone ahead and replaced him. Actually, I believe this deal was done a couple of days ago, so I'm a little bit late to this one. But here we have Alvarez, the young Mexican defender, who is highly rated, and it's going to be one of those signings, isn't it? I guarantee you this guy will move for triple, quadruple this money in just a couple of seasons, because Ajax are so good at plucking out these players and they turn into superstars. I really do have a good feeling about this one. I don't know anything about Alvarez other than he's come from the Mexican league. He's Mexican himself. He has a lot of potential, because why else would Ajax be doing this? So he comes in to replace De Ligt. £13.5 million. Just wait. He will be worth 50 in no time. I really, really have a good feeling about this one. Another young centre-back that we should talk about is Ampadu, the young Welshman who, of course, plays for Chelsea. Can play in midfield as well. Should be noted, he is a CDM/centre-back. He has moved on loan to RB Leipzig. Now, what does this mean? Are RB Leipzig looking to maybe sell one of their fantastic centre-backs, Upamecano, Konate, even Mukiele, who can play right back, of course? Maybe one of those three could be on their way, but it could just be they wanted to bring in some more players and have a bit more depth at the back, maybe even in midfield. And they like the look of Ampadu, and of course Chelsea probably wouldn't be able to get him in the first team this year. He's one for the future, for sure, and I believe he will do very well over in the Bundesliga, and it's great to see young players like Ampadu, Lookman, potentially going to RB Leipzig as well, but making that move into the Bundesliga. We saw how good it was for Sancho, Reece Nelson, some other good examples as well. This is going to be a great move for Ampadu, and I think he'll come back a better player. But I'm more interested in seeing what RB Leipzig are doing here. Have they received a bid for Upamecano, Konate? Let's see what happens, because this could be one of those players is leaving and Ampadu is coming in to back them up. Another centre-back now, and of course it is SALIBA, or SALIBA. I've talked about this move for weeks now, and it seems like today or tomorrow is the day we're going to finally get this one announced. There was a little bit of a problem with Spurs coming in the last minute trying to hijack this deal, but let's just take a moment here to reflect on the fact that SALIBA has decided against Tottenham. He's picked Arsenal, just like Ceballos has. Feels good, man. That feels nice. Yeah, we're not in the Champions League, though. However, SALIBA, it's not as interesting as maybe you guys are thinking, because we're not going to see him until 2020. He's not going to be signing a deal now. He will be becoming an Arsenal player, but we are instantly going to be loaning him back to St Etienne for the next 12 months. So this is one for the future. £27 million is a lot of money for another great young French centre-back. There are so many young French centre-backs in world football right now that look to be insane. He's just one of many. I don't know why we've picked SALIBA over some of the others, maybe, but he looks great. He really does. And I'll be very excited to have him next season. But of course, for now, this doesn't really help us. I'm guessing we're not even paying this money right now. It's going to be a transfer that's done next season. Who knows how this deal's going down? We probably offered them £1 now, £1 next month, £1 the month after that, and then we'll give them the rest at some other point. Who knows how we're structuring these deals, but SALIBA has chosen Arsenal. The deal apparently is pretty much done, and as soon as we announce Ceballos, I'm pretty sure we will see the SALIBA announcement as well. Another Welshman now. We have arguably one of the best Welsh players of all time. Giggs or Bale? Giggs or Bale? I don't know. That's difficult. Bale, though, as we've all seen in the news, I'm sure you've seen it, is not currently favoured at Real Madrid. Zidane has openly said they're looking to sell him and that he's not going to play for Madrid. They have, I think Bale's agent came out today and said that there's no way he's being loaned. So they're ruling out a loan deal. This is absolutely going to be a transfer if it happens. And what do you know? China come calling. It looks like Bale could be moving to BJ Sinobo Guanam. It's a bit of a weird name, I'm not going to lie. Basically, I couldn't put the whole name in. It was too long. But this would be sad. I hope this doesn't happen because I really do think Bale has been massively disrespected. You know, he's scored so many goals for Madrid. He's single-handedly won them one of those Champions League victories. Before he joined, I saw a stat. They hadn't won the Champions League in a long time. As soon as he's joined them, they've won quite a few in a row as well. So he's been a big player for them. Yes, he's had injury problems. Yes, he has cost them a lot of money. There are some ridiculous stats out there. I can't remember the exact figures, but it's like hundreds of thousands of euros per goal. Whatever it is, you don't treat a player like this. I really don't think so. Statistically, he's done better for Madrid than Zidane has. Now, I'm not comparing them because that's completely ridiculous, but you kind of get where I'm going here. It looks like he is going to be leaving. He will not be playing for Madrid next season, but it will not be a loan deal. It will be a transfer, and it looks like he's going to China, which would be a great shame. And now, to finish off this transfer roundup, not too much going on today, actually, except from these deals I've talked about. Nothing small going on, but we have ALDERWIERELD here, who has been linked with a move away. I think it is confirmed that he is staying, that he's going to be signing a new contract, which will, of course, get rid of that release clause, which was ridiculous anyway. He had flown over to Rome, I believe, with his agent and his family. They were looking at moving to Roma, but it hasn't worked out. I think he's been convinced to stay. It could actually have something to do with the SALIBA deal. Maybe they were thinking SALIBA comes in to replace ALDERWIERELD from not the next season, but the season after, the 2020-2021 season. But maybe now that they know SALIBA's picked Arsenal, maybe this deal is something they want to focus on instead and keep ALDERWIERELD, who of course is starting to age now. He's not young anymore, but he still has so much to give, and I'm pretty sure it would be a mistake to let him go so cheap as well. That release clause, what was it, 25 million? I mean, it's something like that. It's ridiculous when you think about it. So it seems ALDERWIERELD is staying at Tottenham, and that rounds up this transfer roundup video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying these videos, please do drop a like. Unfortunately, it is going to be the last one until next week. I'm now literally flying tomorrow over to Sweden for a week. I'm getting married. It's going to be amazing. Thank you in advance to all the comments. I'm sure some people will say congrats. But yeah, this will be the last transfer roundup. I do have a Football Manager series starting while I'm away, so you've got that to look forward to. But if any big deals go down, just find somewhere else, I guess. If you use my channel as your up-to-date thing, it's not going to be up-to-date for the next few days. So apologies for that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you when I'm back.